From Lagos, the nation's commercial capital, this is the news at 10, live from Channels Television. Reporting tonight, Amarachi Ubani.
Good evening and welcome. Tonight, the All Progressives Congress holds extraordinary convention in Abuja. New entrant Aminu Tambuwal asks Nigerians to vote out the PDP. President Goodluck Jonathan picks PDP nomination form tomorrow, set to recontest in 2015. Air Force pounds Boko Haram insurgents in Mubi, Uba local government areas of Adamawa State. And Vice President Guy Scott becomes acting Zambian leader following the death of President Michael Sata.
On business news, the Lagos Chamber of Commerce and Industry calls for adjustments of expenditure as a result of falling oil prices.
Despite the lingering crisis rocking the Nigeria Football Federation, NFF, President Amaju Pinnick hopes the issues will be resolved soon.
One day after he announced his affection to the All Progressives Congress, the APC, the Speaker of the House of Representatives, Aminu Tambuwal, has been formally accepted into his new political family. This happened at the APC's extraordinary convention at the Old Parade Ground in Abuja. While the party's national chairman, Chief John Oyogun, used the platform to officially welcome Tambuwal to the party, the new entrant promised to work with every member to ensure victory in the 2015 general elections. The convention also announced a reduction of the tenure of BOT members from 5 to 2 years.
Over 5,000 delegates of the All Progressives Congress marched to the Abuja Old Parade Ground for its extraordinary convention. The chairman of the event, Governor Abdulaziz Yari of Zamfara State, flagged off the occasion as he explains the need to amend the party's constitution in line with the Nigeria's Electoral Act.
On behalf of members of Extra-National Convention Committee, to welcome you on this historic occasion that brings our party delegates from all nooks and crannies of this country for the purpose of amending some section of the constitution of the great party, APC. Perfect, gentlemen.
The APC National Chairman, Chief John Oyogun, also condemned what he refers to as the level of corruption and the derailing economy in the country.
In all spheres of Nigerian life, this nation is worse off today than it was in 1999 when the PDP first assumed office. In the area of security and welfare of the citizen, the main reason for the existence of any government, the scorecard of the PDP-controlled federal government is close to zero. Alhaji Tambuwal, Right Honorable.
The high point of the event appears to be the presentation of the de facto Speaker of the House, Aminu Tambuwal, as a new member of the APC.
I hand over the broom to the Right Honorable Speaker and the newest member of the APC. On May 29th, 2015, we shall sweep away. You get the message? Exactly. By the President's own admission, over 12,000 people have been killed by Boko Haram alone. Yet, the government still has no clue, not the slightest, as to how to end the killings. Not minding that the sponsors of these terrorists are well-known collaborators in the ranks of the PDP.
The APC's presidential aspirants were also presented to the audience, except for former Vice President Atiku Abubakar, who was said to be unavoidably absent.
Tenure of members of the Board of Trustees.
Some of the amendments adopted by the APC includes reduction of the tenure of the Board of Trustee members from 5 to 2 years and the provision of full waiver for defective members. The motion for the adoption of the amendments was moved by Senator Lawa Shuaibu and seconded by Honorable Pikadabiri Herrera.
Without the former Vice President, the Turaki of...
Meanwhile, the president is set to pick up the People's Democratic Party's nomination form for the 2015 presidential elections tomorrow. Briefing State House correspondents of the development, the president's advisor on media and publicity, Dr. Reuben Abati, says President Goodluck Jonathan is greatly encouraged by the outpouring of support as well as the confidence of Nigerians in his ability to transform the country for the good of all of its people.
President Goodluck Jonathan will tomorrow, Thursday, October 30, pick up the PDP nomination form for the 2015 presidential elections. President Jonathan thanks all Nigerians, members of the PDP, friends, associates, and all groups who, in sincere appreciation of the achievements of the administration in the last 4 years, have been urging him to seek a second term in office. President Jonathan is greatly encouraged by the overwhelming outpouring of goodwill and support, as well as the confidence of the generality of Nigerians in his ability to continue to transform the country for the good of all of its people. President Jonathan is also grateful to all the persons, groups, and communities who have sent donations and made pledges to assist him to pay the required 22 million naira for the PDP presidential nomination fee and expression of interest form. He acknowledges and accepts with immense gratitude the following donations and pledges that he has received from a broad spectrum of Nigerians.
The President's advisor on media and publicity, Dr. Reuben Abati. However, two presidential aspirants of the People's Democratic Party have accused the party of denying them their rights to purchase forms and participate in the 2015 presidential elections. The two aspirants, Abdul Tafar Balewa and Akasoba Duke Abiola, allege the leadership of the PDP refused to sell the nomination forms to them, saying it has reserved the only form available for a sole candidate.
The 66th NEC meeting of the People's Democratic Party had endorsed President Goodluck Jonathan as a consensus candidate ahead of next year's elections. Since that endorsement, no aspirant had come in the open to challenge the decision. However, the sole candidature of the president was challenged on Tuesday by two presidential aspirants of the party who are alleged to be denied their right to participate in the elections after paying for their forms.
I have paid for my forms. This is it. I was, however, told that they didn't have the forms ready.
I asked, why won't you give me a nomination form? And they said to me very clearly that they've printed just one nomination form. I have the electoral guidelines for primary election, the latest edition, 2014. I have not seen where it is stated that you need to print just one form. PDP, the largest political party in Africa, printed one party nomination form for the office of president.
According to the aspirants, the party says it has no form for them except for one candidate.
We have so many gubernatorial forms and so many people picking those up. There are very few of us, just the president and I, as far as I know,
So why 2 forms will not be ready is a little bit worrisome.
I have official receipt from the People's Democratic Party. In simple jurisprudential terms, when you have a receipt, the consequence of that is that you are given what you have paid for. Here I have a receipt without any service rendered, i.e. no nomination form.
Meanwhile, the party's publicity secretary, Elisametu, says he will get further clarification on the matter.
It is good to balance stories in this period and this season of elections. I will want to confirm from the chairman, national chairman, and from national organizing secretary the true position. I do not want to believe report of an individual or group as against the elected leaders of our party, who are the custodians of the party constitution.
Although President Goodluck Jonathan had indicated his interest to seek re-election in 2015, he is yet to purchase the nomination form, which party says it says will expire on Thursday, the 30th of October 2014.
Let's switch lanes now to talk about the former chairman of the House of Representatives Ad Hoc Committee on Fuel Subsidy Regime, Mr. Farouk Lawan, and the Secretary of the Committee, Boniface Simonalo, who today failed to delay the commencement of their trial. Both men are accused of receiving $620 million, $1,000 from businessman Femi Otedola as inducement to influence the report of the committee in favor of Zenon Oil and Gas Limited. In her ruling, Justice Adebukola Banjoku denied a stay of proceedings because there is no valid application for the court, indicating that they had filed an appeal at the appellate court challenging the jurisdiction of the court. At a previous sitting, counsel to the accused persons, Mr. Michael Zekome, told the court that there was a pending appeal before the Supreme Court challenging the decision of the appeal court on jurisdiction of the court to hear the matter. But the prosecution counsel, Adeboyega Arumolo, who opposed the argument, told the court that at the last sitting, the court gave an affirmative order stating that it will proceed with the matter irrespective of the appeal. We'll have more on this story later in this bulletin. In the meantime, the Nigerian Air Force has been pounding militants suspected to be members of the Boko Haram sect who launched coordinated attacks on Uba and Mubi towns of Adamawa State in northeast Nigeria. Some of the residents in both towns say they heard gunshots as fierce battle raged between the militants and government troops in their attempt to repel the attacks on the 2 towns. Many of the residents are said to have deserted Mubi and neighboring towns to seek refuge in the central part of the state, particularly Yola, the state capital. The latest attack on Mubi, the second largest commercial town in the state after Yola, the capital, is believed to be an attempt by the sect members to consolidate their grip on the Adamawa North Senatorial Zone. In part 2 after the break, motorists decry the bad state of the Panam Road. That's our community report tonight. Stay with us.